Welcome back to the channel. To all our returning viewers and our amazing subscribers, thank you for being here. And if this is your first time joining us, you are most welcome. On this channel, we tell powerful stories of mystery, faith, consequence, and spiritual battles hidden beneath ordinary life. If you enjoy deep cinematic storytelling, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Now, dim the lights, listen closely, and step into the next chapter of our story. This is The Glory He Stole, Episode 2, The Debt That Walks. The Debt That Walks. There are debts that sleep, and there are debts that walk. Some crimes explode in a single moment, but others, they linger. They learn the rhythm of your footsteps. They memorize the sound of your breathing, and when the night becomes quiet enough, they begin to follow. Not every punishment arrives with thunder. Some punishments arrive politely, quiet, patient, unavoidable. Fire of Dominion Chapel had closed its doors. The lights went out. The crowd vanished. The altar fell silent. But the story did not end there. Because some debts do not stay in buildings, they follow people. And Reverend Eliab was still alive. The man who didn't disappear. The town of Adomase waited. People expected something dramatic, a disappearance, madness, sudden death. But none of those came. Reverend Eliab still walked the streets, still breathed, still spoke, and that confused everyone, because the man who once commanded crowds now walked like a shadow that had forgotten its owner. His clothes were clean, but his presence had changed. His voice still worked, but the authority that once filled it had vanished. When he prayed, the words rose from his mouth and returned to him like letters with no address. Even the air around him felt empty, like a throne after the king has been removed. And the people of Adomase noticed. They did not insult him. They did not chase him away. But slowly, they stepped aside when he passed. The footsteps. At night, sleep did not come easily, because whenever Reverend Eliab closed his eyes, the same dream returned. He was walking, always walking, through empty paths, through forests, through narrow village roads, and behind him, footsteps, not close enough to see, not far enough to ignore, just there. Step, 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 always behind him, never catching up, never stopping. He began waking up in sweat, turning quickly, looking behind him, but nothing stood there. Only silence. And yet, the footsteps continued, not outside him, but inside his life. The spirit that once used him had finished its work. Now it was collecting, but not loudly, not violently, quietly, carefully. The first incident seemed small. A man offered Eliab water. The next morning, that same man lost his job without explanation. Days later, a woman allowed Eliab to sleep on her couch for the night. Within a week, a strange sickness took her strength. Then a stranger helped him with transport to another village. Hours later, that stranger's vehicle crashed on the highway. None of these events connected, not in documents, not in reports, but the elders of Adomase began to whisper. And when elders whisper, it is because they remember things younger people forget. The whisper. One evening, beneath the old tree at the center of the village, an elder finally spoke. His voice was low, but heavy. He said only one sentence. A debt is walking. The others nodded slowly, because they understood. Some debts do not wait for courts. Some debts do not wait for graves. Some debts walk beside the one who created them, and wherever they walk, life begins to thin. Blessings hesitate, peace withdraws, and the air grows uncomfortable. Reverend Eliab had not escaped. He had simply become the road that the debt now used. The realization. Too late, Eliab understood. Glory stolen does not disappear. It wanders, searching for the one it belongs to, and when it cannot return, it follows the thief, not to kill him quickly, but to walk with him, everywhere, every day, every night. He was no longer carrying power. Power was carrying him. The debt walked with him. And so the story continues. Some debts are not paid in a single moment. Some walk patiently beside the one who created them. Tonight, you have witnessed only a piece of the mystery, but the journey of Reverend Eliab is far from over. If this story moved you, challenged you, or made you think, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the next chapter. And share this story with someone who needs to hear it, because sometimes the stories we tell are warnings the world needs to remember. Until the next episode, stay watchful, stay wise, and remember, not every light comes from heaven.